Spring is the perfect time to update your look, and when you're updating your look, you gotta think facial. Your glasses, right, Rachel
Well,
Hill?
of course, yes, of
owner
course.
and registered optician here at Personal Optical in St. Catharines, Tremont Square, right across from the Penn Center. There we go. Great to see you, Rachel.
You
Always
as well.
great to see you.
You as well.
What are we talking about today? We're talking kids' glasses.
Yes, so kids can be just as funky as adults, right? And in fact, kids should actually enjoy wearing their glasses and not just having plain neutral kind of tones. There's so many colors to work with. We're going to focus on, first of all, the frames, the nano frames, because these are virtually indestructible. So they literally bend every which way. Warranties are amazing on them. The arms actually pop off. These are always really tight when they're brand new. There we go. So it comes off. And then there's actually a sports strap that can be attached to it so that children can play their sports and not have to worry about, you know, just their glasses falling off. And there's, I know, right?
Indestructible.
They are. They are. We actually have a problem with kids' eyes right now. There is an epidemic happening, and it's called myopia problems, myopia control lenses we have to create because children's eyes are actually elongating because lack of vitamin D outside. We are way too much screen time. Parents, get your kids off screen time. They need to focus and look at things at a far distance. They have very expensive lenses to help on this, but it doesn't necessarily correct. It maintains. There's actually a very interesting pattern on this. This is the Essilor Stellest lens. Not sure if you can get the pattern there, Luke, or not. We're trying. There's this one, and then there's the MyoSmart lens from Hoya. Both of them have done amazing studies trying to basically shorten, or not shorten, but maintain the child's prescriptions. It's a minus prescription. If we don't take care of this, you're going to end up with very high prescriptions, and we really need to keep an eye on this, no pun intended, until the age 18, when the eye basically stops growing.
Can you help us with the myth that if you stop wearing glasses, your eyes will get better?
It is not true.
That's not true. That's not true, right?
No, if you need to wear your glasses to help maintain. So now, and then the eyes are always going to be changing, so that's for sure.
I love the styles you have here. The funkiness of it.
I know, and these ones actually have a clip-on sunglass for kids. So there. But what I'd like to introduce people to is the transitions lenses for kids. Because your child's glasses, I'm wearing the transitions, and you can tell there's no tint to my lenses, no tint here. But when I put this under here, in 20 seconds, it will be dark. It's already dark before Luke got there, and within 2 minutes, it will be clear. This is the new Gen S lens, and for kids, matching colors like that is much better than basically just having like one pair of glasses that you know you don't have a sunglass, and now you've got everything all in one. These are 100% UV protected as well as blue light protected for kids, so really making sure we're protecting children's eyes.
So if we are getting them on that screen time, the blue light's really protecting.
Definitely, but we need to reduce screen time.
Let that be lesson for, if you take any lesson from this segment, reduce screen time, because Rachel's going to help you here at Personal Optical. We're going to be hanging out all morning. We got those, they are Meta Ray-Ban
We're going to do some AI eyewear,
All right, stay with us. We got more to come from Personal Optical across from the Penn Center in St. Catharines. Stay with us here on CHCH Morning Live. Hey, Meta, take a picture. And with that, I just took a picture with my sunglasses. Rachel, explain to me what's going on.
Yes, we're talking AI, and how the new technology has moved into eyewear. So right now, you and I are wearing the Ray-Ban Meta from Luxottica. And what they will do is I can record this whole segment, actually, and I can record Luke. And maybe we'll show that later on my Instagram. So it's actually recording a video right now. I can start and stop it, take a picture of Luke or yourself. Let's take a picture of you for a second. There we go.
She got my good side. Let's see.
There we go.
Oh,
you got it? Yes.
That's awesome.
So it will take video, it will take pictures. So it's great when you're out and about and you want to just capture a moment. I can listen to Spotify and any kind of music on this, and you won't actually, if I'm standing here, you can't hear the song necessarily unless I've got it blaring, you know, got some Metallica going or something like that. So, so it's a really interesting concept, and you can actually talk to it just like you would say, "Hey Siri," you say, "Hey Meta," and you can say, "What am I looking at?" It's actually already responding to me, and I can hear the noise in my ears. What am I looking at? what am I translate something for me?
You can look at something, it's in a completely different language, say, hey, Meta, translate this into English.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
It's actually telling me. It says you're looking at an optical store with optical items on display, and that's what it responded to me. I heard you.
Yeah.
So the one thing I would say, like there's a lot of pluses to this. They're actually talking about using things like this for low vision needs for people who actually are having difficulty with their vision overall, and to help them see. The hearing aid possibilities that are in this, that's being FDA approved as well in the States, that you can actually have a hearing aid put into the arms. But anyways, nonetheless, I would be cautious on a few things like this, because we are innocent-minded people. I don't know if I'd let teenagers have these. Because of the fact that you don't want them cheating on an exam. They may not be able to wear these into an exam. That's another thing. And one thing too, when you put on a Ray-Ban Meta, the way it fits is the way it fits. We cannot adjust it in any way. So I've actually got Milli Vanilli playing now in my ear. So the way it fits is, so if you have one ear lower than the other, we can't adjust these frames. The technology is all in this arm, and therefore we can't unfortunately bend and change them.
I think the one thing I want to point out is just how like comfortable they are.
They are.
Of course, it's Ray-Ban, so you know you're going to get the quality you've come to expect with the Ray-Ban glasses. As you may notice, I'm a Ray-Ban guy myself. But they're like for an actual like computer on your face. They sit comfortably. You almost forget that it's AI there.
And they are available in the regular glasses or in the sunglass model. People put transition lenses in them, so this way they get all in one again. And the case is actually its own charger. So at night, when it's not on your face, it's in your case, and they will actually charge up while you're sleeping.
Yeah, right there.
So, and actually the charge, I've had mine for a while, and I haven't rebooted this case in a while. So it does hold its charge for quite a while. So
pretty incredible stuff that they're doing when it comes to technology and glasses. We mentioned Ray-Ban, you can get them as regular lenses or your sunglasses. Speaking of sunglasses,
we're going to touch on those in a minute.
Okay, look, she's doing my job for me. Rachel Hill, she is the owner, and she is a registered optician here at Personal Optical. Come check them out for all your glasses needs. They are on Tremont Square across from the Penn Center. Right, well, summer is right around the corner, but you don't need to just wear your sunglasses in the summer. We are back at Personal Optical with Rachel Hill. She is the owner, and she's a registered optician. And sunglasses, what are the big trends we're seeing when it comes to this time of year?
There's no rules. There really isn't.
You love that.
You can get contemporary style fitting glasses. Aviators are still very much in style. They always will be, I believe. You have to have a particular face for them. Which Emily does have.
Emily does,
I do not. So I'm going to. She is really great at. This is actually
aviators.
This is a bit of an aviator, and this one has got a blue mirror tint to it. So mirrors have been picking up in very funkiness, right? Just adds a little bit of class, a little bit of flair. And it just adds a little bit of extra touch to your sunglasses. So why not have fun with it?
Exactly.
So key thing is that when you buy sunglasses from an eye care professional, you know you're getting UV protection. Okay, we have to sell UV protected lenses, as well as you know you're going to get it adjusted properly. So there are some frames that will fit better than others. As we were trying things on, and I took one right off your face because I went no. And
appreciate your honesty, Rachel.
I was trying to be gentle, but so anyways, you want to make sure they are fitted properly, because otherwise they're going to be slipping and falling. There are more warranties that are available when you go to an eye care professional. So those are all things, and we can talk about your hobbies.
Can we talk about that a little bit? Because a lot of times you're bombarded with advertisements, buy one, get one free, you know, these sort of websites that sell glasses direct to consumers. What are some of the negatives of that?
So we also want to make sure there's no going to be a warranty. So if someone's going to come in, they bought them online, I'm not going to adjust them because it's not my product. And if I break it, I'm liable for it, unfortunately. Then, you know, the measurements, are they going to be accurate? Are they going to be off? A lot of times, too, you have to watch and what you're buying, because is it discontinued product? What happens if your glasses break and you can't get parts for them? Always read the fine details about things.
And there's something about actually putting the glasses on your face as opposed 100%. To some sort of online camera that's going to virtually put it on your face, right?
Exactly. So, and there's so many different options. So like some of these frames would be like, this would be ridiculously silly on me, right? So it just doesn't look right.
You look like a cop,
But this is beautiful. Maui Jim has come out with this amazing hot pink. And I mean, this is a great sports lens, so for runners. A lot of these sports oriented. So if you're a golfer, there's golf lenses to read the greens better. Trail running glasses. If you're a bike rider, like, and you're just on the road, it's the contrast you're getting out of the vision.
Ooh, let's talk real quick, because these glasses I just put on are polarized, right?
Yes.
And what are some of the differences between polarized and non-polarized sunglasses?
That is the Oakley Two Face, very classy frame, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And polarized lenses will reflect water and snow glare. Okay. So you have to think it's not just for summertime, it is for the winter as well. When you are going down south somewhere, you'll be able to see through the water as opposed to seeing that white reflection glare off the water.
Yeah.
And again, all UV protected, which is your primary focus, right?
What else? We actually told that because we got more to come here.
We do.
We got more to come. We're running out of time in this second, so we're going to take a break. We're going to come back to Personal Optical. We're with Rachel Hill. She's the owner. She's also a registered optician. Make sure you stay with us as we're talking all things eye style here on CHCH Morning Live. Back at Personal Optical in St. Catharines, across from the Penn Center, with owner and registered optician Rachel Hill. Rachel, we've been having such a fun morning. I've tried on about 100 different pairs of glasses. We found a couple that work for me, and that's really
some that don't,
and a lot that don't for my face anyway. And that's really, let's put the personal in Personal Optical. That's what you do here.
That's right. So we want to make sure that when you're buying glasses and you're spending that money on them, they should fit properly. You have to make sure they fit well on the bridge, off the cheeks, the length of the ears, and and does your prescription fit? If you don't come in the store if you come in without your prescription, it's really hard for me to assess. I need to know what those numbers are to choose the proper pair.
Okay, so like for example, these ones here. What is going on my face? So
again, we're sitting well on the bridge here. Okay, we don't have gaps that are happening. Off the cheeks, when you smile, do the smile test, it's actually going in behind, right? And that's going to matter when it's a warm summer day. We're below the eyebrows, okay? And if we turn to the back of your lovely ears, clean your ears, this I will be bending to tighten that up more. So it does have to have enough length back there to really keep the frame securely on your face, right? So as opposed to, this is silly, we know this.
Okay, let's try
We're going to try this on.
Okay,
and
let's
this
see.
is obviously ridiculous on you.
You don't think I should wear these tomorrow?
No.
Okay, all right. Fine.
But these kind of frames are recommended for higher prescriptions, or let's say just a reading lens, because it concentrates the lens to a smaller area, reducing thickness, which is also important when it comes to your prescription. Right?
The personal experience you're going to get here, obviously that's important, but supporting local, and supporting local with great quality brands from across the world. What are we looking at here?
So a lot of these frames here are actually European. So we're at near Barcelona here, which is great. It's out of Spain. So is actually our Woody's eyewear here. That's in very funky new 80s trend colors, that's for sure. We have Fossa Foss, which is one of my favorites.
Fossa Foss.
Beautiful collection. If you can actually see, there's little feet on the bottom of this frame because it's the legs. Fossa Foss is out of France. It's great quality, great colors. This is actually their 30th anniversary sunglass, which I just got in the office. If you're a Fossa Foss collector, this is something to have. And if I put them on, I just feel like a movie star in these.
The Woodies. This one I wanted to highlight because like the attention to detail when it comes to putting these together and manufacturing
the different layering of acetates that they use and the quality. There will be a wire that goes throughout that temple and therefore keeps an extra sturdiness on it. But it's the hinges that are in here. It's a 5-barrel hinge, I believe, and you're going to get a lot more security there, less chances of breakage happening because it's a good material frame. So as opposed to this is a frame here that it is. You can hear it's not quality at all. This will break in no time. If I bend this, it will probably crack. It may not hold the lenses properly. This is not a good quality frame. So you do have to make sure you have the proper materials. So,
and that's what you guys do here at Personal Optical.
We make sure they're fitted properly for your prescription as well as your face. It's very two important factors there.
Absolutely. All right, Personal Optical, they are across from the Penn Center, Tremont Square. Rachel, you've been so great to us.
We had a lot of fun.
All day. We did, as always. I got a couple of decisions to make now, but you want to come see Rachel and her team here at Personal Optical because they do fantastic work. Whether you're getting ready for a new pair, whether you're getting ready for summer, you're looking for sunglasses, or those very cool Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. They got it all here. Come check them out, Personal Optical, and tell them we sent you from CHCH Morning Live.